psychotic disorders. Did you know 3 out of 100 have the symptoms of psychosis in their lifetime? Yep. This means 1% of the population suffers from a psychotic disorder. People usually have their first psychotic break between the ages of 16 and 30, which means approximately 100,000 adolescents and adults will experience their first psychotic break every year. This does not mean everyone who experiences psychosis will always have a psychotic disorder. Medical, environmental, or situational factors such as extreme stress, certain prescriptions, and illicit drugs can induce temporary psychosis. For individuals with a psychotic disorder, however, the symptoms last longer than 6 months. So, what is psychosis anyway? Someone suffering from psychosis has breaks or disruptions in their reality, which manifest in behaviors such as religious delusions, audio, visual, or tactile hallucinations, feelings of paranoia or persecution, and disordered or jumbled thoughts and speech. Schizophrenia is the most common psychotic disorder, but the DSM-V recognizes a few others. Would you like to know more about the other psychotic disorders? Then tell us in the comments below. Having a psychotic disorder can feel like torture, but it doesn't have to. Many people who are diagnosed with some type of psychosis are successfully treated with a combination of specialized medications, therapy, and case management. Have you or a loved one ever dealt with any of the mental illnesses in this article? Were there any symptoms on this list that surprised you? Which mental illnesses do you want to hear more about? Tell us in the comments below. As always, any information provided here is for educational purposes only. If you need mental health counseling or treatment, please contact your insurance company, local college students counseling clinic, or your county crisis line. Help is out there. For more information on mental illness and mental health, stay tuned to Psych2Go. As always, thanks for watching.
Okay. Regarding the different types of mental health and different types of diseases, this video shows and number of things that one is explained. It may be possible many of you may be not able to understand. Whether I explain it about a little bit and after that you may be asked question. Anyone? Now tell me whether I explain about it in detail.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think yesterday we had a session on blended learning.
Yes.
So I said you saw a video and all that. So we have witnessed a video in front of us. Anyone who understood? I will give celebration. Anyone who can explain something from that video? Sir, can you repeat that video once again?
Yes, sir.
And just please couple with. And I think that video has got 10 different mental health disorders.
Yes, sir.
So why not you pause after one and then explain that first one?
Yes,
Again continue with the second one, pause it, then please explain the second one.
Yes, sir.
And I think you will understand much better.
Yes, sir.
The language there was
English still have language. What about the English?
language in the sense
It's the accent. US accent.
yeah, accent was not
It's a US accent. So the English teacher should not have that problem. Please continue, sir.
Video.
Very truly saying it, I have not understood much out of it.
Okay, sir. Whether I continue with the video and stop it and explain about it?
Yes, the ball is in your court, sir.
Yes, thank you, sir. Same video. Yes, sir.
Mental health. What is it? Mental health is our ability to respond to the challenge.
Before we begin, we'd like to add a quick warning discussion. This video discusses mental illness, including eating disorders and PTSD. What is mental illness? According to NAP,
Okay. Mental illness means we are suffering from certain problem. Our brain and body is not able to coordinate properly, and we are facing anxiety, or we are in problem. We are interested to do something, but we do something else, and we just become angry. Sometimes we just overreact. We scold someone without any reason, or maybe we start to eat too much, or maybe some persons start to drink, or different habits develop inside the human being due to the overstress of the work, or maybe overstress, or maybe sometimes the human beings are neglected by their family member, close relative. Some persons are abused, or maybe facing lots of problems, and that is why mental health of the person is disturbed. And during that time, person required to take help of the doctor, psychiatrist, etc., so that once again the person may be reached up to the actual code and do his work once again normally. And that is why each and everyone we require keep a sound mental health. And for this, what we can do? We can take proper rest, at least 7 to 8 hours with a suitable diet, and that should be healthy, not a junk food. Also, by talking, gossiping, or maybe keeping some of the animal or pets at home, we just love that one. We just do some work to the nature. We try to serve different types of birds, animal. We do something for them. Because in this life, only two things is real, birth and death. And rest of it is only drama, that one is written by Almighty. And we just do the different types of work, what we get. But we try to think, we do not carry anything with us when we lost our life. And that is why we try to share, distribute, help others, so that life should be easy. And if we try to snatch, try to create problem to the other, then what happens? We are in problem. A great person, Vivekananda ji say, if we are not able to give anything to anyone, we can give at least smile. Smiling face reduce the problem, and when any person is smiling, then what I find, the person is just feeling well. And when I read in Christian Missionary School, what I find, one of the father, Benjamin, Mr. Benjamin, he just behave in a such a way, if we do something wrong, he just say, beta hota hai, chalo theek karo. And we call him as a Baba. And he also like to hear that word Baba. And that person just remove the mental stress. And different types of person, those who are lifted, means spiritually lifted, they also do same types of thing. They try to remove the tension from the brain. And if we are removed, and if tension is not present in our brain, we can do our work in our own way. We can do lots of work. But if the tension reach, anxiety reach, then what happens? We are not able to do our work efficiently. For the efficient work, as well as to complete our task, what happened? What we need a suitable types of mental health. And in this world, each and every organization provide a task, for example, multinational companies, etc. And one of the review, that one is taken by certain newspaper. And according to this one, when human beings get maximum satisfaction, they find the answer when human beings do lots of work. And after the completion of that work, for example, you are preparing report card, result, you do lots of work, and when at a particular moment that one is finished, you feel you are happy. And that moment you just able to get the maximum relief you get. And this is the maximum thing in our life when human beings are able to get enjoyment. But if you get holiday, just like in 2 years, we just get, and we are exhausted, we are not interested, we remain inside the house. And that one also teach us how to cope up the mental health as well as how we are able to keep ourselves proper. In that condition, I am also able to learn what I will do after the retirement and how I spend my time. Regarding the mental health, next one.
Professional lines on mental illness. It's defined as a condition that affects a person's thinking, feeling, or mood for a sustained period of time that negatively impacts them.
Okay, regarding the definition, regarding the mental health means we try to keep ourselves proper so that we just get rid from the problem and we start to do work so that we get the maximum benefit. And if the mental health is not up to the mark, then what happened? We are facing lots of problems. And positive attitude help us to do good work, and negative impact and negative things again and again repetitively, and try to think the things are not arranged properly. Again and again person try to arrange the thing, and by doing this one, the person think I am able to keep everything in good condition. If anyone touch anything belongs to him, the person just become angry. And this one, the reason is the person is feeling stress, also heartbeat increase, sweating occur more, and why it is occur, and due to the, and also the person feel fear of the death. And this one is about the symptoms of the anxiety disorder, and why it is occur. The reason is this one is one of the genetical disorder. Some types of gene present in a DNA or maybe mentally some gene, and that is why human beings are generally suffering from this one. And later on, after this, I will try to show one of the Sadhguru say. This one in Hindi it is called as a bhatwa or petha. And this one is having a ash color. In English, it is known as a ascot. And this juice, if anyone able to drink 2 times, 3 times, then what happens? Mental health is able to increase, sadness increase. But not only this, regarding the one of the non-veg, that one is the head of the rehu, also able to increase mental ability of the human being. But as God is the one of the best chemical able to remove the toxin, poisonous substance from our body, as well as we are able to keep our health proper, we are able to coordinate the things properly, and that one is even this one is the best than the best. And after that, why it is occur? Sometimes due to taking of the drugs, when human being left drugs, left alcohol, drug withdrawal as well as alcohol withdrawal symptom develop, and the person required to need some medical help. By taking the medical help, psychiatrist, etc., person is able to get rid from the problem, anxiety problem, and by doing the meditation, the person is able to keep fit.
Rarely appear alone, with depression being a common co-diagnosis. Anxiety disorders come in a few varieties: generalized anxiety disorder, GAD, panic disorder, social anxiety disorder, SAD, and obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD. So, what do all these anxiety disorders have in common? They're all characterized by nearly uncontrollable worry that messes with several aspects of daily life, such as sleep, relationships, school, and work. The good news is there are several treatment options available, which include different types of therapy and medication. 2. Personality disorders.
Okay, sir.
What is
Second is about the personality disorder. But
Suppose person suffer from mental anxiety.
yes, sir.
What is
Okay. If the person is suffering from mental disorder,
mental anxiety?
mental anxiety, what happened regarding this one? First, what the person can do? Suppose the person is facing such a situation, and facing the mental anxiety. First, doing any types of action, first the person to think, count slowly in a mind, 1 to 50 or 1 to 100. If the person is aggressive, if the water is available, person can put his hand or her hand in a water and try to keep himself cool. And then person try to think, if the anxiety increase, the person himself is suffering from problem. For example, heart problem, maybe mental problem, and if the person is able to understand, keep himself cool, then what happens? Person is also get the benefit. The person present around that person in a surrounding, they are able to get rid from the problem. And due to anxiety at present across the world, various types of problems occur. Human beings fight with other, and human beings try to fulfill their desire. And at that time, anxiety may be developed. This one cause problem. So, at the time of the COVID, what we can say, anxiety due to different reasons. That one is developed. Some person maybe lost their job. Some person walked too much, and after that they try to reach up to the home. And only one thing, they take it positively and try to do the work so that they are able to feel well. Okay?
Sir, what stands for DAD, SAD and OCD? Three types of DAD, CAD are still called what type? Three types of anxiety.
Anxiety disorder, GAD, panic disorder, social anxiety disorder, SAD, and obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD.
Okay. This one is GAD. I think this one is a graduated GAD, anxiety disorder, SAD, sad anxiety disorder, and social anxiety disorder, and OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. Obsessive compulsive disorder and obsessive compulsive disorder means if the person is suffering, person is trying to keep all the things belongs to him properly. Suppose person lock his cycle or motorcycle or lock his door. The person reach in same place twice, thrice, 4 times and try to check it whether he closed that one or not. And this one is one of the problem. Another one is a social anxiety disorder. And this one, social anxiety disorder, it is related to the what types of society the person is present. And surrounding, if that one is good, then it is okay. Otherwise, what happens? Some persons are present, some persons are criminals, some persons are drinking. They create problem, and this problem may be reached up to the house of that person, or maybe the person is tortured by the society. For example, I am giving one example. This example is from the US. And many years before, when my younger brother reached there, he just if the person moved in a car, this one do not cause problem. But if the person left car and after that reach in the street, any of the other street, in that street certain gangs are present. They attack, they try to snatch money, and they think they are belongs to the other group. And society like this one always create problem. But what happened in India? One of the good thing is here. Human beings are not keeping arm. Otherwise, in the US, what happened? They are keeping one arm, and if they want, they can use it. But later on, they may be get certain types of punishment by the police as well as by the court, etc. They do not think about it, and that is why the problem and violence regarding the gun, that one is more in development. But in India, we are not able to keep the arm without the license. We are not able to keep this one. Okay. This one is a GAD, graduated. This one is a anxiety disorder. Suppose if you are doing any types of work, if you fail again and again, if you are not able to complete this one in a time, then what happens? Anxiety develop. And if the anxiety develop, then what happens? We just think we maybe get the punishment, we maybe get certain types of problem in particular place we are working, we may not get the promotion, etc. And this one may be create. And these are the different types of problems we just face day to day our life. Any question? Yes, sir, Joshi sir.
If you are suffering with anxiety,
Yeah.
you are saying that you should follow the positive attitude.
Yes.
So how will you follow the positive attitude if you are suffering with anxiety then?
Okay. If we are suffering from anxiety, then how we move in a positive direction? First, we require to keep ourselves cool. Second, if we are able to keep ourselves cool, then it is okay. Otherwise, sometimes we may be consulted with our friend, maybe psychiatrist, maybe doctor, etc., and try to get rid from the problem. If this one is just above the particular point, then what happens? Person may be due to the anxiety, person may be suffering from mental problem, person may be just become aggressive, and before that point, the person should take the treatment. Or sometimes, if the family members are up to the mark by talking, gossiping, etc. Okay. If the person doesn't know he is suffering from anxiety problem, then what happens? The family member of that person may be easily tell you have a certain problem and that is why you are fighting with us. And sometimes I just find some of my friends, they are behavioral problem. They have a certain behavioral problem, and whatever I find, sometimes my friend is have certain problem, and you know very well. I am just doing the arrangement along with the Hussain sir. Number of persons say lots of things, but what I do along with the Hussain sir, we require to remain quiet. Otherwise, problem may just become serious. And we are performing the duty for the school, for the best of the school, and that is why we are just taking everything just like a Lord Sijua. Yes. Yes, that one is a result of another anxiety.
Question is, we are basically we spend our maximum time in school and the classroom. So my question is, how we promote mental health in classroom situation? We are seeing so many students are having some problems, as you say. So how we manage them properly, so that we can take class properly.
Okay. In classroom management, regarding this one, person is facing lots of problems, we know, because the students are from the different background they come from. And classroom problem, that one is also due to the mental problem. What happens, some of the person have certain problem, and that is why the student creates a problem. The reason is, at that time we require to discuss with the student what they are interested to do, as well as the root cause of the problem is. Sometimes what we are teaching they already know, and to just bring in a suitable condition, we just require to start with a certain story, start with a certain experiment, and if they are not interested read, we just tell something else that one is present outside the class, and from that we try to bring. And regarding solving the problem of the student, when the student create problem, it is better later on we just discuss along with them and sit along with them. Sometime just Beja told me, Animage, it just creates certain problem, and after that, after hearing the word of the Beja sir, I feel bad. I just reach to him and just call him and ask what you are interested to do, why you are spoiling your life like this, and if I lost you, then what happened? India is just lost one of the resources, and we need you because India need you. Each and every person is important. You are also important, and I am interested to see you at the top of the world one day. I want to see you as a good person, you get a good job, and for this you are not doing work positively. Then after little bit discussion, what I find, the animals start to cry yesterday and just bent towards my leg and touch my feet and say, sir, from today I just try to change myself. And inside the classroom of the Namita madam, he just creates certain problem, and Namita madam just bring him in a staff room and just say, sit. I just say, you sit here. And when I discuss, he just say, I am suffering from certain problem that is related to the Saturn, according to the mind only. I say, if that is Saturn, Saturn will not do. Saturn just say, you do your work properly. If you do your work properly, Saturn will not do anything. And if you do wrong, then what happens? Saturn will cause problem. Initially you do commit fault, commit mistake, then Saturn will punish you. And best thing is, why you are not doing the Hanuman Chalisa? Why you are not reading Hanuman Chalisa? And Hussain sir also know, except the Hanuman Chalisa, another thing is, duaएं Manjulats. I get the lesson from my another guru. I have different spiritual guru in different religion. And when I go through it, what I find, this one is extraordinary book. And this book can mold any human being. Yeah. Listen.
You told me
Yes.
that you see the behavior.
Yes.
I saw the next his behavior was normally there. And you just give the instance of Kavita madam.
Yes.
Why frequently their behaviors are changing?
Okay, this one is called as swing and anxiety movement.
Sir, please ask the question. Sir, it ask.
I have asked one thing. I have asked. I repeat everybody wants to listen. Everybody wants to listen.
He suggested me that such a incident has happened. I have called him and he was weeping or crying, and he has told him that I will not do the same thing. And he told me that you observe for 1 hour. After 1 hour, I again went to the class, but his behavior was 360 degree turn. Okay. After that, in a Johnson Hall, Namita madam said the same thing. So why he is frequently changing his behaviors?
Okay. And this type of behavior change is known as a swing anxiety. And this type of person, what happened? One moment the person do one thing, another moment mood is totally changed. And this one is a swing personality disorder. And this type of person can be treated by keeping the person in one side, and what happened? The person needs certain habit, and with that habit the person maybe undergoes change. Otherwise, many years before, I am not interested to disclose one of the name of this friend, and he is also like this. And when I just call him and call his father, I am interested to say whether you prepare any kundli of your son, the person reply yes. And when I see, what I find, none of this stone can change that person. And when the person is interested to change, the person is easily able to change himself. And later on in his life, what happened? The person changed himself totally, and at present he is getting more than 20 lakhs package. And what I find regarding the astrology, as well as I just do the practice from the class 12, and due to certain reason I left it. When I enter inside in a meditation course, etc., I consult with my certain spiritual guru. I find astrology is the lowest point. And here, if we do the practice, as I know more, what happened? I am suffering from lots of problems, and that is why I left. And regarding this, what I do, I also generally, yes.
You have given a very good synopsis regarding the mental health, and we have heard about the less and causes of the mental health in this present era after the post-COVID. So one filmy line is a filmy song. आँख है भरी भरी तुम मुस्कुराने की बात करती हो. That is the line of the film. But it's sad when we are very sad mood. How can we control ourselves? Emotion is there, one professional life, and one is there our life, family life. and two things have to make balance. In DAV, especially in DAV where we are working, in early in the morning you have to do a lot of work. You go to the class, continuous 1 hour class, 2 hour class, and after the class you have to see the copy, check the copy, and after that you have to attend the seminar. A lot of stress on us, and again when we go our home, then other problems will arise. That what type of problem with this and that you have to deal. So in this scenario, how can we control ourselves? How can we keep ourselves balanced? Because problem is everywhere. So stress. And second question is what is the relationship between anxiety and depression? Suppose that one person is in depression and one is in very anxiety. So explain these two words. Because mental torture and tormented. Mind is tormented with so many problems because we work for the money, and if we are getting the money and we have to work, we have to do our systems, we have to follow that. But problem is stress is also here. So how can we keep ourselves happy? Because life is full of the challenges. So in this scenario, we have told about the OSD, SAD, and here is this diagram. So these are the very complex things. Simply you explain how can we keep our life sublime and full of the happiness, and to keep our relation with others also in a simple way. Thank you.
Okay, sir. You asked good question and interested to know in a case of lots of problems what we do. As I do, when I do the lots of work, I do not think. I complete my task. And if we think, then the problem will create more. Without thinking, we try to complete the task, what happened, it may be, and keep the positive attitude. When you do the work, you think, this life is special, you get from the Almighty. If you say, and if you try to not do the work, instead of this, you do the work, you try to do work, hard work, you try to completely destroy yourself by doing what? What happens? When life is once, when you return to the Almighty, what do you say? I am not doing this one, that one, I cheat this one, I am not do the work properly. Then when the Almighty asks, what do you reply? I do wrong. Why you do wrong? At that time your mouth will remain shut. Many years before, Mr. A.K. Pandey sir told me, I am interested to catch you when you do not teach, when you say. I reply, sir, I am doing work. So the reason is I am not interested to give answer to the Almighty. At that time, Mr. A.K. Pandey sir just pat me and say, you are doing the correct work. And when you do the work, if you think what I get or what I not get, then you are in problem. For example, my grade is rejected 3 times due to unknown reason. I do not know. I am not sad. I am happy. What Almighty gave, that one is enough for me. Because I will not carry anything to the heaven or maybe hell after my death. I left everything here. And that is why with a positive work, positive attitude, I do the work, I try to give to the student what I had, maximum I am interested to give. So that student, they are able to get, because they are future of the nation. And if I give them, I am happy. And to give and help other, it is the attitude. You just think when you do lots of work, when you return, your son, daughter, or maybe pet, etc., you give, they are waiting for you. Just you think about that moment when you are thinking about the negative. We should think about the positive attitude, do our work, complete it, and take the rest. If you not complete it, try. And again, with a fresh way, we try to return for the next day. Yes, another question, yes.
In Gita, we know that Shri Krishna says that "Kar karte jao phal ki chinta mat kar." So satisfaction is very important. If you satisfied, if you content, Ashutosh, you are the devotee of Lord Shiva. Ashutosh means satisfied with little things. Ashu means both come. Satisfied. Satisfaction is a very good thing if you want to establish mental health. It's my opinion. If it mentally satisfied, not to mentally satisfied. First be calm and be satisfied and content. If you follow this, it's a mental health is not need for any type of session. It's in my hand, heart, in your mind. Please, smile very looking at everyone, yes. Okay, so positivity is also there. Positivity is always establish positive vibes in your surroundings. Okay, that is very important. It's my opinion. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Government. You said nicely regarding the mental health. Satisfaction is the most important thing because when we born, we do not have anything, and when we die, also left everything. So satisfaction is the important thing. What we get from the life, and what we get, we try to return to the society. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I have
Yes, sir.
I would like to encounter our speaker just now, Mrs. Saveri.
Yes, sir.
Satisfaction is not everything. The hunger should be there. I should feel hungry. It has two different paths. If I satisfy, in which area I want to satisfy myself? What is the satisfaction level? Or the area where there is no point of satisfaction.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Like for example, I am getting a salary suppose 50,000. Okay, with that 50,000 salary, I can easily manage. I am managing my family. I am managing my daily needs. I am satisfied. Should I stop taking increment from next year? I am satisfied.
As
Another example. I am giving two examples. So let's stand.
Yes, sir.
So I come in front
Yes,
of
sir. Yes, sir. Please. Thank you.
I am a student of class 9. I am getting 55 in mathematics. I am satisfied. I am satisfied. I have passed the subject.
May I explain?
Okay, then let me give one more example. If I am having my career, here also we have some ad hoc teachers, some PRT, some TGT, some PGT, and maybe principal is here. I am satisfied. If I am satisfied, why don't you be in the ad hoc? Why are you looking for permanency? If you are PRT and permanent, why are you looking for TGT? If you are TGT and permanent, why are you looking for PGT? If you are PGT, why are you looking for supervisory head or in chargeship or the principalship? If you are a principal, you are satisfied, why are you looking for RO, ARO post? If you are an RO, ARO, why are you looking for director post? This is one line where one should not get satisfied. One should not get satisfied. If you satisfy, you will land in a position with scanty success. Are you getting it? The hunger of success with values. It should be always with you. It should be always with us.
by any book group no.
With values. If I am succeeding every day with values, I will be satisfied in my life. That whatever I have achieved till date with values, I have not done any unethical thing to get this point. This also will give you a mental satisfaction. You are a mentally very strong person. You cannot compromise with values.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I will give you one example, a very, very simple example, because live example always hits you fast. I gave interview in 2018 in Delhi for principalship. I was getting different schools, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. Then I said to the caller from DVCMC, Manmohan is there. I said, sir, why you are giving me a tour of India? I am looking the job in Jharkhand. If you have, then you give me Jharkhand. Otherwise, leave it. Are you getting it? Then few of the colleagues, I will not disclose the name. सर ऐसा है ना कि वहाँ पे ऐसे नहीं मिलता है, कुछ खिलाइए पिलाइए तो मिलता है। हाँ, किसी ने कुछ कहा, I will not say, कौन कहा, सर कुछ खिलाइए पिलाइए तो मिलता है। I said, वो तो मेरे पापा से भी नहीं होगा, मुझसे भी नहीं होगा। Means what? Here comes the values. So what I mean to say that, sir, I am satisfied, Asutosh. Okay, that is different thing. In few areas you need to be, you need to satisfy yourself. Okay, it's enough. Okay, but if few areas are there where if you satisfy, you will not achieve more and more.
Never should be.
It depends upon the area in which we are talking about. Here we are talking about the mental health of a person. So we should talk about the practice in which we can keep our student mentally fit. Okay, and at the same time, how should we behave, how should we interact, so that our colleagues should be also mentally fit and healthy. Do we do some kind of thing that today I am observing so and so is very upset? We enter into the morning and by the face you realize that person is upset or what? There is change in the behavior. Do I extend my hand to that particular person? Do I ask a question? Are you okay? Everything is fine? Can I help you in any way? Do we do so with our colleague? If we are not doing, everything is bookish. If we are doing, we are practicing. This is how mental satisfaction will be there. Then if I am upset and Mr. came to me, sir, today you are looking very upset, everything is okay, fine. Would you like to share your problem with me, if I can help you out? Maybe there will be retaliation, not retaliation, maybe I can answer you, please go and do your work. I don't need your help. Then Mr. Roy will travel and say, मैं तो ये अच्छे के लिए, and he started shouting at me. I should not think like that. Then I should again rethink that there is certainly there is a problem which you do not want to share. I will look for the chance, again I will ask. Are you getting it? Huh? In this way we can build a positive mental health among our colleagues. How many of you heard the story from Panchtantra? Do you know when this Panchtantra was written? Huh? When? I think more than 300 years. Huh? And there is a story in that. I think I should discuss that story with in a meeting. The story about the lion and the rabbit. हाँ? एक जंगल में एक शेर था, वो क्या करता था? हर दिन किसी न किसी को खाता था। तो उस जंगल में मीन्स टेक इट एज ए विलेज, उस गांव में जितने जानवर थे सब पैनिक थे। पैनिक इसलिए थे तो अपने बाहर निकले अपने काम से, तो किसी को कुछ पता नहीं कि कौन शिकार बन जाएगा शेर का। भाई गांव का जो मुखिया था, जो भी जानवर था, वो गया शेर को बोला कि भाई ऐसा करो, तुम मत आओ खाने के लिए हम लोग को, एवरी डे आई विल सेंड यू वन प्रे, एक शिकार जो है तुम्हारे गुफा में पहुंच जाएगा। तो लायन तो इससे बढ़िया क्या बात है भाई, हमको मेहनत भी नहीं करना है और अपने शिकार आ जाएगा। ये स्टोरी था ना? हाँ, ना स्टोरी गोज लाइक दिस। अब इस तरह से हर एक दिन एक जानवर का नंबर आता था, वो जानवर उसको जाता था और शिकार बन जाता था। एक दिन खरगोश रैबिट का बारी आ गया, ठीक है ना? रैबिट को मुखिया ने कहा भाई आज तेरा बारी है, तुम जाके आज शिकार बनो। रैबिट बोला ओके। तो उसको रैबिट क्या किया? अब इमेजिन कीजिए, अभी मुझे पता हो कि अभी इस रूम से निकलेंगे और मेरा एसेसिनेशन हो जाएगा, तो मेरा मेंटल स्थिति क्या होगा? आपके साथ बात कर रहा हूँ, मेरा हाथ पैर सब कांप रहा होगा, या बात कर रहा हूँ दिमाग कहीं और होगा। ऐसा होगा कि नहीं होगा? बेचारा रैबिट को पता है कि आज हमको जाके शिकार बनना है शेर का गुफा में घुस के, तो उसने सोचा चलो कोई बात नहीं, इतनी ही मेरी जिंदगी थी, तो स्टिल आई हैव टू ट्रैवल 1 hour टू रीच टू द केव। गुफा में जाने का भी 1 घंटा रास्ता है, तो चलो व्हाई नॉट एंजॉय। उसने क्या किया? अपने जर्नी को एंजॉय करते गया, हंसते खेलते गाते, रास्ता में कुछ मिल गया वेजिटेबल्स उसको खाते, इस तरह से तरीके से वो गुफा तक पहुंचा। और जब गुफा पहुंचा तो शेर इधर गुस्सा कर रहा, भूख से तड़पड़ा रहा कि भाई आज कोई नहीं आया, अभी तक समय हो गया है। बीच बीच में वो चिल्ला रहा था, गुर्रा रहा था। उसके बाद से जब उसको भूख बढ़ते गई और तेज से गुर्राने लगा। फिर कुछ एक बार देखा कि एक सफेद खरगोश उसके गुफा की तरफ आ रहा है, और उसको देख के गुस्सा उसको भड़क गया। बोले एक तो हम भूखा है, ऊपर से 1-2 घंटे लेट आ रहा है, ऊपर से इतना सा जानवर आ रहा है जिसको जब खाएंगे तो 1 kg भी मांस नहीं मिलेगा। तो अंदर से बेचारा बहुत गुस्सा था। और ऑन द अदर हैंड रैबिट वाज एंजॉयिंग कि भाई अब 2-4 मिनट बचा हुआ है, व्हाई नॉट टू एंजॉय। एंड व्हेन ही रीच्ड टू द केव, द लायन आस्क्ड व्हाई यू आर लेट। रैबिट सेड सर, सॉरी सर, you are the king of this village, and when I was traveling I got another lion who was saying that I am the king, so I got confused whether I have to come here or I have to become a prey of that particular king. Then in that point again, who can be the next king? I am the only king. Again his anger rusted, and then he said, show me, where is he? So sir, please come, I will show you. So he took the lion to the well, and when lion saw inside the well, the shadow was there. Okay, the lion roared. शेर ने दहाड़ा, तो दहाड़ा तो वहाँ पे इको हुआ, कुआं से भी दहाड़ा आया, और गुस्सा आ गया उसको। तो ठहरो बताता हूँ, जंप कर गया उसके ऊपर। And the rabbit laughed and went back, dancing back to village, and said the mukhya, bye bye, now no more pray. What is the moral of the story? This story gives immense message, huge message. 2 types of mental behavior were there, mental status was there. One, knowing that I am going to be killed, but still enjoying the music, dance, whatever the things he loves to do. It means he was doing all those things which was his passion. his hobby. And when my mind is fresh, my mind do not have any kind of burden, do not have any kind of negative thoughts, negative tension, definitely I will get some idea. Good idea. So from this we can take a lesson that always keep your brain active, positive, filled with positive thoughts. And once there is a positive thoughts, transform it into your positive action. Only having positive thoughts in your mind will not give you anything. Positive thoughts with positive action will give you positive result. There are many examples. That's why if you go little back to your life, पहले घर में दादाजी और नाना जी होते थे ना, आजकल घर में मिसिंग हो जाते हैं. दादाजी मिसिंग है, नाना मिसिंग है बिकॉज ऑफ न्यूक्लियर फैमिली. अब आपको याद होगा पहले टीवी सीरियल्स में आते थे दादा दादी की कहानी, पता ना, नाना नानी की कहानी. From childhood, storytelling is one of the tools to craft proper mental health of a child. I have given you one example from Panchtantra. Whenever I get time, I go through the story of Dada Ki Kahani or Malgudi Day.
Fairy tales.
Okay, fairy tales. When you'll get a small, very valuable message from it, which will energize you. So when we are discussing these things, how it is feasible in our environment, how this mental health is feasible in our environment. We are in education. Mental, if you go to industry, will not work there. There we have to think differently. All of us are sitting here, we are not bothering that something will fall on our head, so we should wear helmet. But if you go to underground here, no people will go inside the underground without helmet. In our context, in our environment, what is feasible, what we should practice is main thing to keep our mental health proper.